Words matter. Words are power. Words that drop like seeds from mouths change behavior. It is one thing for adults to hear words from leaders that incite or label or condemn. But when a child hears seeded words, as parents, we hope. We pray that they have a shield big enough to reject and not internalize negative seeds personally. But if words are seeds and they enter into that child's head and heart, it is possible for that seed to grow goodness. And it is equally possible for seeds to nibble and erode and create a sense of, I am not worthy. It is said that power corrupts. What is true is that power reveals character. If you have the power to use words as a leader on a stage, a pulpit, a platform, a classroom, especially with difficult subjects, power will reveal your character. So let's think. What can we do to prepare? First, we must clothe ourselves with compassion and open our heart to the horizon. Before we speak on difficult subjects, we must study, ask questions, listen. Asking questions, we need to deeply search ourselves and others. We must ask ourselves, by saying these words, am I planting a seed or am I throwing a stone? Children, by nature of our species, listen to adults and mimic them. When we lived in caves, kids who learned how to shelter, make fires, hunt, gather, made it. Children who learned how to plant survived. The brains of children are biologically structured to absorb an incredible amount of information from the lips of adults as a survival strategy. But what if that child is the 1 out of 10 LGBTQ kids sitting in our classrooms, in our congregations, in our home, and they hear themselves condemned before they even have a chance or the safe space to figure themselves out? What happens then? I'm going to share some statistics from the Trevor Project. As leaders with power, we need to know these numbers to help clothe ourselves with compassion before we use words. Suicide is the second leading cause of death among young people aged 10 to 24. LGBT youth contemplate suicide at almost 3 times the rate of heterosexual youth. LGBT youth are almost 5 times as likely to have attempted suicide compared to heterosexual youth. In a national study, 40% of transgender adults reported having made a suicide attempt. 92% of these individuals reported having attempted suicide before the age of 25. Each episode of LGBT victimization, such as physical or verbal harassment or abuse, increases the likelihood of self-harming behavior by 2.5 times on average. I know when you speak your beliefs, you're speaking what you have been taught to be true. In some cases, you have gone so far as convincing yourself that by speaking or condemning, you're acting with love. But I want to pray you to pause and ask, are you truly planting seeds of love and welcome with your love the sinner, hate the sin speak? Or are you, in the name of love, instead throwing stones at our most vulnerable? Are you throwing stones at children? Words are power. Before you speak, I pray you ask, what am I planting with these words? Am I planting a seed of hope and love Or am I planting a seed that nibbles and grows and creates feelings of worthlessness? Am I creating in the peers of LGBTQ kids a reason to self-justify words and behavior that could hurt, that could kill? How are you using your power? How are you using your words? It is time to figure it out, for words have power.